Hello YouTube, welcome to another edition of Lori's Thrifty Kitchen Pantry. If you are new, welcome. I am so glad to have you here today. Don't forget to hit that subscription button along with the notification bell if you like what you see so that you will know when I put new videos out. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I am so happy to have you back in my kitchen. So today we are going on a dehydrating adventure. I got a new dehydrator a little while ago. My little thrift store dehydrator quit working, so I had to upgrade. So I am working on learning how to use this new unit. I bought a Cosori, so I will link that down in the description box for those who are interested in it. This is a somewhat new adventure for me. I had a dehydrator a long time ago when they first came out with them back in the late 80s, early 90s, but they've come a long way with those since then. So this one is a whole new ball game. So I am starting this out by doing some dehydrated mixed vegetables. I did a soup recipe a couple weeks ago using some mixed vegetables that I dehydrated. It worked out so well that one of our discount stores here this last weekend had mixed vegetables on sale for 50 cents a bag. So I was either 6 or 8 bags of mixed vegetables to get dehydrated, and I also got some chopped spinach that I went to dehydrate and get into some jars. So I'm excited to try this. I decided to bring you guys along. It will be a process because it will take at least a couple days to get everything all dehydrated and ready to go in the jar. So come with me into the kitchen and let's get cooking. Okay guys, it is so easy to dehydrate. So let me show you what I'm doing here. I have my dehydrator trays, and basically you just spread your veggies out as even as you can get it. And the tray goes in the dehydrator until they're all done. That's it. I got these mesh sheets on Amazon. They just lift right off of the tray. I'll show you with this one. And you just lay your sheet on the tray, and that's just to keep the food from getting through the cracks on the trays. And yeah, you just dump your veggies on your tray, spread it in as thin of a layer as you can get it, and that's it. So with dehydrating frozen vegetables, there's no blanching because they've already been blanched. You don't even have to thaw them. You just put them on the tray and put them in. So let me take you into the dehydrator and I'll show you what I do with that. Okay, I know it's a little dark in here. I keep my dehydrator in the spare bedroom because Otherwise, it takes up space on my counter, which I don't have. So basically, you just slide your trays in. You can see the other ones are already all loaded. This is a Cosori. It holds 4, 5. It holds 6 trays. So then you just close it. I have it set for 165 degrees for a little over 8 hours. So I'm just going to press start. Here's the time temp. Set that for 165. You press it again for the time. And then just press start. It's as easy as that to dehydrate. So I will bring you back when these are all nice and dry and show you how to put them away. Alright guys, it is the next morning. The dehydrator is off and look at that. These are all perfectly dried. So I'm going to pull these trays out and we'll get them dumped into a bowl so that way they can finish making sure that they're rested and dried out, and then it will go into a glass jar for storage. So that's all there is to dehydrating. It's very straightforward and easy to do. So we'll go on to the spinach. All right. Now the easiest way to do this that doesn't make the biggest mess is to just pick these mesh pieces up and just dump it right into the bowl. Okay. Look at that. Oh, actually, these still feel kind of wet underneath, so I'm going to stir it up. Put it back on the tray. And this is going back into the dehydrator. So this is why you want to check things. And we'll do the same thing for each of these. Yeah, these are still wet underneath there too, so. Okay. So I'm going to put each of these in the bowl and mix it all up. Put them back on the tray and back into the dehydrator. So that's what we're going to do with this. Yeah, because you can't store anything that's even the least little bit wet. So that's what's going on with this. So I'll bring you guys back again after the second go round. Alright guys, we are back. It is the next day. And these are finally dried the way that we need it to be. So I've already dumped one tray out. You can hear how nice and dry this is. So yeah, I know my counter is a mess. So this is a working kitchen. It is not a Pinterest kitchen. So we're just going to carefully pick this up and dump it right into our dish. Oh, this is perfect. So yeah, just needed that extra time in the dehydrator is all. That is all nice and dried. Oh, this is awesome. You can hear how nice and dried out this is. And we're just gonna dump that into our dish. And we are done with our dehydrated mixed veggies. So I'm just going to let this air uncovered in this bowl for the rest of the day today. Make sure this is all nice and dried before we put it in our glass jars. So now we're just doing the same thing with our dehydrated spinach. Or our frozen spinach, which has been thawing in the fridge. I just have 4 bags of the frozen spinach. My goodness. Okay. This will be all dehydrated when we're done with it. We're just going to cut our bag open. And we're going to lay this out on our tray. And as single of a layer as we can get. Now this does have more of a water content to it than the mixed veggies did. So it's going to probably take this a little bit longer to dry out. I'm just going to put that in as single of a layer as we can. And I'm not crowding the trays at all, I'm just getting this in as small of a layer as I can get. Alright, and that was my bread machine going off. Alright. And there we go. This is going into the dehydrator at 175 for at least 8 hours, and then we will check it. And I will bring you back when we see what we got. All right, we are back. It is now 3 days later, our spinach is out of the dehydrator. It is all nice and dry. So it looks really good. I'm very happy with how the spinach looks. So now we're getting all of this stuff into our jars. So let me move this out. And I think I'm going to grab a small scoop here. And look at this. It's all nice and dry and ready for our jars. I'm just going to scoop some in there. And in here I have some oxygen absorbers. So I'm going to drop one in. You have to be really careful with these. Make sure that air does not hit them very long. And these are just 100 cc's because I'm not doing anything very, very large with this. This is just a small jar. And then I'm putting a lid on. And I need to grab my rings. And the oxygen absorber is going to suck out all of the air in the jar. And we will actually get a seal on this lid just as if you pressure canned it. So look how pretty that looks. That looks amazing. And it really was not all that hard to dry these. It was not hard at all. It was just frozen veggies. You didn't have to blanch them or do anything to them. Lid and a ring. That looks amazing. I am so happy with how this turned out. Another oxygen absorber. Lid back on. And I am just using the canning lids that actually came on the jars. The ones that I pulled off and didn't use for pressure canning, because they will be safe to leave on the jars for this. Alright, and now for our spinach. You can hear how nice and dry that spinach is. Now I did take the spinach after 8 hours of drying time, and I just kind of lifted it off of the drying mats and stirred it up a little bit and put it back in for another 4 hours, and it's perfect. Alright, and I will be right back. I need, oh, right here's a jar I can show you with this one. This jar is clean. And pretty much the same principle. Put some spinach in there. Remember, this does not look like a lot, but this was 4 bags of frozen spinach. So it really is more in there than you think. You can see it's kind of crunching down of some, which is fine. Put our lid on. Use a ring. Look at that. I am really happy with the spinach. Alright, let me get another jar and I will be right back. And that concludes this edition of Lori's Thrifty Kitchen Pantry. Thank you so much for spending time in my kitchen with me the last few days going on this dehydrating adventure. I will be using my dehydrator a lot more. Again, I have the Cosori Dehydrator. It is in the mid-price range. It's affordable, but it does a great job. So I'm super happy with that. So the next thing I'm going to be working on is making some beef jerky. I've not made beef jerky yet, and I think that would be something good to learn how to make and to have on hand for snacks or for an emergency if I need something and can't cook anything. I think that would be a great thing to have. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I can leave a link down below for the dehydrator I got. I am not affiliated with Cosori or with Amazon, so I won't make anything. If you click on the link, it will just take you to the dehydrator that I am using. So thank you again for spending time in my kitchen with me. If you are new, don't forget to hit that subscription button along with the notification bell so that you'll know when I put new videos out. If you are a returning subscriber, just make sure that you are still subscribed and you are still getting those notifications. Thank you for being part of this community. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you guys are having a great new year so far, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye.